Have you ever stood in front of the mirror, suitcase packed, outfit planned, and still thought, something just doesn't feel right? It's not that you look bad. In fact, everything might be coordinated. A comfy top, your favorite jeans, those go-to shoes. But there's this quiet voice inside whispering, am I really dressed for ease, or am I setting myself up for a day of discomfort? For many of us, especially as we step confidently into our 60s and beyond, travel isn't just about getting from point A to point B anymore. It's about feeling like ourselves, elegant, prepared, and yes, absolutely comfortable. And yet, airports can be tricky. You're navigating lines, long walks, cramped seats, and recycled air. You want to look put together but not overdone, relaxed but still refined. And above all, you want to feel confident. Here's the thing. Looking elegant at the airport doesn't require a designer label or a full face of makeup. It requires knowing what not to wear, those small decisions that can make or break your travel day. Smooth transition alert. This is exactly what we're diving into today. In this video, I'll share 10 things classy women should avoid wearing to the airport, not because of trends or rules, but because they can leave you feeling uncomfortable, unpolished, or simply not like the best version of yourself. And stay with me until the very end, because I'll also share one simple styling tip that even Vogue calls essential. A tip that can instantly elevate any travel look without sacrificing comfort. So if you've ever asked yourself, what should I really wear to feel confident and at ease when flying? This is for you. Let's get started. Heavy perfume. Why less is more when traveling? Let's start with something that seems harmless, but can completely shift the energy of your entire travel day. Heavy perfume. Now, don't get me wrong, I love a signature scent. There's something powerful about that final spritz before heading out the door. It makes you feel composed, elegant, ready. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. When you're heading to the airport, that lovely fragrance can quickly become overwhelming, not just for you, but for everyone around you. Airports are tight spaces, from security lines to boarding areas to being elbow to elbow with strangers on a packed plane. There's almost no personal space. And inside an airplane, the air is recycled for hours. So what happens when someone nearby is wearing a strong perfume? Suddenly, that elegant scent turns suffocating. It can trigger headaches, nausea, allergies, even respiratory reactions. And no one wants to be that person others are trying to avoid. I remember once being seated next to a woman who had on a rich floral fragrance. It was lovely at first, but after 2 hours, I started feeling dizzy, dehydrated, and by the time we landed, I had a headache that lasted the entire day. Now here's what to do instead. Go for a light, fresh body mist or a scented lotion. These provide a subtle fragrance that stays close to your skin without invading the air around you. If you truly can't part with your favorite perfume, just dab a tiny bit behind your ears or on your wrists. Minimal, intentional, and respectful. Being thoughtful of those around you. That's not just polite. That's elegance in action. And speaking of comfort and consideration, let's move on to something else that might be stylish, but can quickly turn into a long-haul regret once you're in that airplane seat. Tight jeans. Why style should never sacrifice comfort in the air. Now, let's talk about something most of us have in our closets, and probably love a little too much. Tight jeans. They're a classic. They hug your curves, make you feel stylish, and can elevate even the simplest outfit. A well-fitted pair of jeans is a wardrobe staple, no question. But when it comes to air travel, those same jeans can quickly become your worst enemy. Here's the thing no one tells you. What feels snug and flattering at home can feel like a vice after hours of sitting, swelling, and shifting in a cramped airplane seat. Your body naturally expands during long flights. It's normal, but that perfect pair of skinny jeans, they don't expand with you. I've been there, fidgeting, subtly trying to unbutton my jeans under a sweater just to catch a breath, doing that awkward little seat shimmy just to relieve pressure. It's not elegant, it's not comfortable. And it definitely doesn't make you feel confident. Now, let's be clear, choosing comfort doesn't mean sacrificing style. Not anymore. Instead of tight denim, consider tailored joggers, stretchy trousers, or a sleek pair of elevated leggings. Look for pieces with stretch, soft waistbands, and breathable fabrics. You can pair them with a tucked-in blouse, a light cardigan, or even a soft blazer for a look that says, "I'm relaxed, but I care." Even better, opt for neutral colors or subtle prints that elevate your look while giving your body room to breathe. You'll walk through terminals with ease, sit comfortably for hours, and step off the plane looking polished, not wrinkled and miserable. And remember, feeling good in your clothes always looks better than squeezing into something that doesn't move with you. Speaking of moving with ease, let's shift to something many women wear to feel glamorous, but could actually be one of the biggest mistakes at the airport. High heels, when glamour gets in the way of practicality. Now let's talk about a fashion favorite that so many of us adore, high heels. There's just something magical about slipping on a pair of heels. They instantly elevate your posture, lengthen your legs, and give you that unmistakable feeling of confidence. For many women, especially over 60, a sleek heel feels like a signature of elegance. But here's the reality of air travel. Airports aren't made for glamour. They're made for walking, a lot of it. From navigating long terminals to standing in endless security lines to that sudden gate change that sends you speed walking across the concourse, your feet are doing the hard work. And doing all that in heels? That's not chic. That's a sprained ankle waiting to happen. I once watched a woman, stylish, graceful, clearly used to wearing heels, struggle to jog to her gate in stilettos. She almost missed her flight, and by the time she arrived, her shoes were in her hands and she was barefoot on the airport floor. Elegant? Not exactly. Comfortable? Definitely not. But don't worry, you don't have to give up sophistication for support. Today's flats, slip-on loafers, and sneakers come in beautiful, polished designs that still honor your personal style. Think classic white sneakers with gold accents, or ballet flats in buttery leather. Even cushioned mules with just a touch of lift can offer that put-together feel without the pain. Choose shoes that you can walk in for at least an hour, not just from the car to the check-in counter. Look for supportive soles, breathable materials, and easy on and off options for security checks. Because let's be honest, the true sign of style is not how high your heels are. It's how effortlessly you carry yourself through every moment of the day. And speaking of ease, let's move into another area where less really is more, the kind of accessories that sound fabulous. Until you're fumbling with them at TSA. Loud accessories. Why big jewelry can cause big headaches at the airport. Let's be honest. Accessories can completely transform an outfit. A bold necklace, a pair of statement earrings, or a stack of chunky bangles can make even the simplest look feel intentional and elevated. And for many women over 60, jewelry isn't just about fashion. It's about self-expression, memories, even milestones. But when it comes to air travel, bigger isn't always better. Think about it. You're standing in a security line, people are rushing, TSA is calling directions, and suddenly, you're stuck trying to unhook a necklace or untangle bracelets while the line grows behind you. Stressful, right? Not only do large metal accessories slow you down at checkpoints, they're also uncomfortable during long flights. Heavy earrings can tug at your lobes, a big cuff bracelet starts digging into your wrist, and that fabulous layered necklace, it's now a tangled mess under your scarf. I remember misplacing one of my favorite earrings in a tray once because I was rushing to gather everything after screening. It's just not worth the worry. So what's the elegant alternative? Go minimal and delicate. Choose stud earrings that hug your ears, a thin chain necklace, a simple bangle that's easy to slip on and off. These subtle touches still say polished, but without the fuss. Plus, lightweight jewelry is easier to layer with your travel look. Whether you're in a lounge set, soft blazer, or cozy sweater, you'll feel refined without being burdened, and you won't have to constantly check if something's slipping, jingling, or lost in your bag. Because real elegance doesn't shout, it whispers. And speaking of keeping things effortless, let's move on to one of the most common travel slip ups, reaching for comfort and ending up looking like you just rolled out of bed. Pajamas, worn out sweatpants. Why cozy doesn't have to mean careless. Let's face it, when you've got an early morning flight or a long travel day ahead, comfort is everything. And for many of us, that means reaching for those beloved pajama pants or that pair of worn in sweatpants that's seen better days. They're cozy, they're familiar, they feel like home. But here's the thing, what feels comforting at home might not send the message you want once you step into an airport. Pajamas, especially the stained, stretched, or faded ones, tell the world you didn't even try. And that's not you. You're someone who shows up with intention, grace, and a quiet confidence, even on travel days. Because there's a difference between comfortable and careless. You don't have to wear stiff jeans or a blazer to look polished. You just need to upgrade the cozy. Instead of old sweatpants, try a matching lounge set in a soft, breathable fabric. Think neutral tones, elegant draping, subtle textures. A slim jogger pant with a coordinated top can look effortlessly chic and feel just like your favorite PJs. Or layer a long tunic sweater over leggings and add a scarf for interest. Finish with clean sneakers and a tote bag, and suddenly you look ready, not rushed. It's not about dressing up for others, it's about dressing up for yourself. Because when you feel put together, you act differently. You carry yourself taller. You meet the day with clarity and ease. And don't underestimate how empowering it feels to be the most comfortable and most elegant person at Gate 17. Now that we've explored how comfort can still look refined, let's take a closer look at how our clothing can unintentionally send loud messages, and why subtlety can often be the most powerful form of self-expression. Political statements on clothing, when fashion isn't the right place for debate. Let's talk about something a little more subtle, but still important when it comes to airport style, clothing with strong political statements. Now, fashion is personal. It's a way we express who we are, what we believe in, and what we care about. And for many women over 60, our voices have never been stronger or more deserving of space. But here's the thing, the airport isn't always the best place for those conversations. Airports are already high-stress environments. People are tired, anxious, focused on getting to their gate or managing kids and luggage. Wearing a shirt or hoodie with a bold political slogan might seem empowering, but it can unintentionally spark tension, side glances, or even awkward interactions. And you didn't get dressed for that. You got dressed to feel comfortable, calm, and confident. To move through your day with ease, not with extra weight on your shoulders, literal or emotional. It's not about silencing your voice. It's about choosing the right time and place to use it. So what can you wear instead? Opt for pieces that speak to your personal style without shouting. A graphic tee with an abstract design. A soft sweater in a calming hue. A scarf with a meaningful symbol that only you truly understand. Let your energy, your warmth, your grace be the boldest thing in the room. Because true elegance isn't loud, it doesn't demand attention, it simply draws people in. And speaking of drawing attention, let's talk about another fashion choice that can make you feel more exposed than empowered, especially in a place where comfort and coverage matter most. Revealing clothing, how to feel confident without feeling overexposed. Confidence is beautiful, and if you're over 60 and feel proud of the skin you're in, that's something to celebrate. Wearing what makes you feel radiant is a form of self-love, but when it comes to airport style, revealing clothing can sometimes create more hassle than empowerment. Think about how much movement happens during travel. You're reaching into overhead bins, bending at security checkpoints, lifting bags, sitting, standing, stretching. The airport is not a place for stillness, it's a place of motion. Now imagine doing all of that in a low-cut top, a crop blouse, or anything that needs constant tugging, adjusting, or layering to feel safe. It becomes exhausting. You spend more time thinking about your outfit than enjoying the journey. And truthfully, confidence shouldn't require that much effort. You don't have to go full turtleneck or oversized to feel covered and comfortable. It's about balance. Instead of a deep plunge or a tight tank, choose a soft blouse with a gentle V-neck or a tunic top that flows with you. Look for breathable fabrics and designs that move without revealing too much. These pieces allow you to look modern, relaxed, and polished without needing constant check-ins in the restroom mirror. And remember, subtle can still be stunning. A little shoulder here, a hint of collarbone there. Sometimes the quietest parts are the most powerful. You want to walk through the terminal, not wondering what's showing, but knowing that you're showing up, fully, gracefully, and without distraction. Now, if you love ease and convenience, you might be tempted by a certain one-piece outfit that looks fabulous, but becomes a complete nightmare the moment you need the restroom. Complicated one-piece outfits. Why jumpsuits and rompers might trip you up. We've all seen them, those effortlessly chic women wearing sleek jumpsuits or trendy rompers that look like they just stepped off a runway. And honestly, there's no denying, a well-tailored one-piece can look incredibly stylish. But when it comes to air travel, jumpsuits might be more trouble than they're worth. At first, they seem like the perfect option. No need to match tops with bottoms. Just one quick decision and you're dressed. But here's the part no one talks about. Bathroom breaks. Imagine this. You're in a cramped airport restroom balancing your tote, your coat, and your carry-on bag. And now you have to fully undress just to use the toilet. The top of your outfit is suddenly hanging awkwardly. You're trying not to let it touch the floor. You're moving quickly because the line outside is growing. And suddenly, the fashion-forward jumpsuit doesn't feel so fabulous anymore. It's inconvenient, it's uncomfortable, and it adds unnecessary stress to a day that already has enough of it. But don't worry, there's a smarter, just as stylish solution. Go for separates. Try high-waisted trousers with a soft, tucked-in blouse, or a flowy midi skirt paired with a lightweight sweater. This way, you still get that polished, put-together look, but with the freedom to move, breathe, and yes, visit the restroom with dignity. Plus, separates are versatile. You can layer easily, adjust your outfit to the temperature, and mix and match pieces if your trip spans multiple days. And the best part? You'll look like the kind of woman who planned ahead, not the one struggling in a stall. So if it zips up the back or requires a bathroom strategy, maybe let it stay in the suitcase. Now that we've simplified what to wear, let's talk about what goes on your face and why your go-to makeup routine might need a little in-flight adjustment. Heavy makeup. Why a fresh face feels better at 30,000 feet. There's something empowering about a polished makeup look. A smooth base, defined eyes, a bold lip. It can make you feel unstoppable. And for many women over 60, makeup isn't just about appearance. It's part of a ritual, a moment of self-care before stepping out into the world. But when it comes to air travel, heavy makeup may not be your best travel companion. Airplane cabins are notoriously dry. The recycled air zaps moisture from your skin, and no amount of foundation can fight that. What starts as flawless at 8 a.m. can end up feeling cakey, tight, and cracked by hour 3, not to mention the discomfort. Thick foundation in dry air feels heavy. Bold lipstick fades quickly and needs constant touching up. Eyeliner smudges. And suddenly, instead of focusing on your journey, you're fixated on touch-ups. But here's the good news. You can still look radiant, with less. Start with a tinted moisturizer or BB cream to even out your complexion while keeping it hydrated. Add a touch of cream blush for that fresh, healthy glow. A little mascara can open up the eyes, and a tinted lip balm will keep your lips soft and vibrant. This kind of minimal makeup doesn't just photograph well, it feels good. It moves with you, it lets your skin breathe, and it highlights your natural beauty, not hides it. Plus, there's something incredibly elegant about a woman who looks confident and effortless, not overdone, especially in a setting where most people are focused on getting from point A to point B. You don't need layers of product to feel beautiful. You need products that work with you, not against the environment. And now that we've lightened the load on your skin, let's turn our attention back down to your feet. And one final airport outfit mistake that might seem convenient, but is actually doing more harm than good. Flip-flop slides, why they don't belong beyond the pool. Let's wrap up our travel style checklist with a topic that might seem harmless, but often gets overlooked: flip-flops and slides. We get it. They're easy to throw on. They slip off quickly at security, and on a hot day, they feel like freedom for your feet. But here's the honest truth: they don't belong at the airport, especially if you're aiming for comfort and class. Think about where you're walking. Airport floors see everything: spilled coffee, dirty wheels, thousands of shoes moving across terminals every hour, and flip-flops offer zero protection. Your feet are exposed, unsupported, and far more vulnerable than you realize. Then there's the practical side. Flip-flops and slides have no grip. They're unstable, especially if you're rushing to catch a connection or navigating slick restroom floors. One wrong step and you're risking a fall, or worse, a twisted ankle mid-journey. But most importantly, they just don't reflect the elegant presence you carry. You've taken time to think about your outfit, your layers, your comfort, and then it all gets undone at the feet. So what's the classy alternative? Look for closed-toe, supportive shoes that are easy to remove and easy to walk in. Soft leather sneakers, cushioned ballet flats, or even slip-on loafers can be both stylish and sensible. Choose breathable materials and arch support if you know you'll be on your feet a lot. You'll feel grounded, literally and emotionally. No sore arches, no dirty toes, just quiet confidence with every step you take. Because at the end of the day, you deserve to travel like the elegant woman you are, prepared, polished, and fully at ease. And now that we've covered everything from head to toe, it's time to return to where we started and remind you of the power you hold when you choose style with intention. So let's come back to that moment in front of the mirror. The suitcase is zipped, the itinerary is set, and you're standing there wondering, do I look like myself? Do I feel like myself? Because that's what this is really about. Not rules, not trends, but making choices that honor who you are. A woman who has lived, learned, and earned the right to move through the world with ease and grace. What you wear to the airport doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't need to scream style, but it should whisper something deeper. I care about how I feel. I care about how I show up. You don't need heels to be powerful. You don't need bold slogans to speak volumes. And you certainly don't need a full face of makeup to be seen, because your presence, calm, elegant, confident, is more than enough. So next time you pack for a flight, remember, every choice you make, from your perfume to your shoes, is a chance to feel lighter, freer, and more connected to the version of you that's truly thriving. You deserve to walk through every terminal with your head held high, your body comfortable, and your heart open to wherever life takes you next. If this video made you feel seen, if it gave you even one moment of clarity or confidence, I'd love for you to subscribe. Not just because it supports the channel, but because you deserve to be surrounded by a community of women who are also choosing elegance, comfort, and joy at every stage of life. You're not dressing to impress. You're dressing to express, to reflect the beautiful, evolving, radiant woman you've always been. And don't forget, you deserve to feel this beautiful every single day,